Hey, morning, boys and girls. Today I'm going to talk about, I'm going to give you a little secret, tell you a little secret, and I'm also going to talk about the similarities between canned fish and this little plug. So I'm going to start with a canned fish. Okay, so here's the secret. In the morning for breakfast, I eat kippers. It's a Canadian thing. I was born in Canada. I like these things, so I eat these. You look at this and you say, which one's got more inside? Well, actually, the amount of fish inside is exactly the same. And now let's ask the question, who makes more money selling their fish? Well, you look at the packaging and you'll see that the guys here at King Oscar, they got a bigger box than what the guys at Brunswick have. So what does that mean? Well, that means that shareholders, the people who own the company, are really shareholders. They don't get as much money because these guys have packed their fish into a smaller can. This can's a little bit bigger. You think you're getting more maybe, but at the end of the day, most people read labels. And so Brunswick makes more money selling their fish. What's that got to do with Apple? Well, they made an announcement today and they said, oh, we're not going to give you one of these anymore. And I don't know if that comes with it, but if it does, that's just fine. But they're not going to give you one of these anymore. And so other people are saying, oh, you're getting robbed. Well, are you really? Are you getting robbed? I'm going to tell you a little secret. There's 2 of them right here. And there's 5 more sitting in my office. And Corey has a dozen of them. What in the world do we need all these things for? Why? I mean, pretty much everybody's got one of these, at least one. Usually they got 4 or 5. What does that do to the shareholders, or for the shareholders' value? Let's say this costs to manufacture $1, and you're cranking out 100 million of these things a year. That's 100 million bucks that Apple can give to their shareholders because they don't have this cost anymore. At the end of the day, we have to start looking at a lot of different things. One of them is save the planet and stuff like that. This is just these are going into refuse bins, into landfills, and if you're in New York, they go into the ocean. We don't really need to do that stuff. And if we start having a look at all of the aspects associated with what's going on with the change for Apple, which I'm tell you flat, pleased as punch about, if we start looking at it, look at the size of these boxes, okay? Now, Corey is kind of like a guy who, he keeps all this stuff. I don't, but some people do. Look at all these boxes, okay? Now this box right here had this phone inside, and if we look inside, you can see how everything was packaged, right? You see how the little doodad goes in there, the little charger, and then this fits on top, and that's how they sell it. But now, without that being inside, what are we looking at? Well, we're looking at something that needs to be about this size. Okay, how many people think that this box comes here for free? Hopefully nobody. Because at the end of the day, not only does this go into the trash, this also costs a lot of money. And that money, if you look at it, that compared to this, how much do you think you're going to be able to cut down in the way of cost and waste? This is a great idea. I think that Apple should be commended for the for the amount of effort that they're putting into getting rid of stuff we really don't need. And unless you're Corey and you want to keep your boxes, then there's really nothing. To say that these things have any value. One of these days, Lily, his wife, will come in and throw all these boxes in the garbage when he's not looking. I think that Apple should get a big round of applause for doing something good for the planet and good for the shareholders. That's my capitalist minute. Anyway, keep tipping those cashiers. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.